All right, so we're gonna work on recall today, okay? So with recall, essentially, so we can do this one of two ways, tool-wise. You can use a regular long line, long leash, 25 feet, or you can use a flexi leash. It's completely up to you. The dog will not stay on this forever. I hardly use this. I only really use this for like recall, especially puppies and stuff like that. But essentially, you want to get yourself a long leash. Okay. So I have Daisy here with me today. Daisy appears to be very food motivated, so this will be fairly easy. The problem I will likely face with her is that when I draw her in and I am starting to pay her and reward her, is to get her to go away. So I'll probably add my release marker, my release command there to get her to go away. So I'll just start to kind of implement that, but also toss food so she kind of tracks away, and then reintroduce my recall again with her. Now, if your dog is kind of in that middle ground of like, they're kind of interested in food, but they're also interested in the environment around, and they're a little bit distracted, I would involve or incorporate some form of collar that brings a little bit more pressure. You know, your training collar, choke collars, a martingale, a prong collar, so that we're going to introduce your recall, then add a bit of that pressure or pop to follow that recall, and then once the dog comes through, you're going to provide your marker and pay the dog. Now, you'll hear me say marker a couple of times. If you don't have a marker or don't know what a marker is, essentially, you're going to have to start to establish a word, because this is going to really help with training beyond your recall. You want to start establishing a word that essentially lets the dog understand that reward is to come, it's following, it's here, right? This is important, is because we want the dog to understand, especially as we go through training and we're doing different things, whether we're reinforcing the dog or punishing the dog, I want your dog to clearly understand what is right and then what is wrong. This is my first time working with Daisy. She's just got to the farm for her 2-week board and train. So this is gonna be our first time interacting, doing things. So we'll see how it kind of goes. But ultimately, she is new to all these concepts. So it's gonna be very good for you guys to see how I'm starting with a completely new dog and how I maneuver and work with her. So let's go. So have her on the flexi. Like I said, she seems fairly food motivated. So this should be fairly easy. Probably after a couple reps, she's gonna be sticking to me like glue. Say come. I'm gonna give her a slight tap on the line. So I'm gonna lock it, tap it, just to give her a little of that kind of like giddy up, go towards me. And once she starts to head towards me, I'm gonna instill the marker and I'm gonna pay her. Especially if you have a puppy and you're doing this for the first time with them, they're probably not gonna understand majority of anything of what you are about to say. Maybe their name, because you've already instilled that. Depends on how new you are with your dog. But ultimately, this is going to take repetitions for your dog to understand what the heck is going on. Daisy, come. Chip. Good girl. So as soon as she walks forward, I'm gonna give her the marker and pay her. So now I'm gonna instill her free command, break. And like I said, she's gonna stick to me like glue now because I paid her. And she's obviously food motivated. So let me just throw her off a little bit here. Sit, good, break. So I'm gonna throw food off. There she goes. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to call her back as soon as possible before she heads towards me before I say something. I wanna get that word in. Daisy, come. Chip. Good girl. When you're doing this, you want your dog to come to you, come to reward. Do not go to your dog. Do not extend yourself for the dog. Let the dog come to you. So here she is sitting. When I'm doing this, I also sometimes will move backwards so the dog gets into a little bit of a chase mode with me. So that way, again, I incite and I encourage this behavior of running towards me every time you hear your name, okay? Daisy, come. Chip. Yeah, good girl. Good girl, good. Break. Good. There she goes. She's gonna try to find it. If she doesn't find it, no problem. Daisy, come. Sit. Yeah, good girl. So you even see I take extra steps backwards. It gets her to run a little bit more faster to me. Perfect. Now she's going away. She's looking for that other treat that she hasn't found yet, which is great. Daisy, come. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Good job. Good job. Break. I didn't throw one this time. Come. Yeah, good girl. It's a big one. Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Daisy, come. Tap on the line. Good girl. Yeah. Just like that, right? Cool. We're gonna do it again. Break. Daisy, come. Tap the line. Chip. Good girl. Good girl. So I tapped the line, gave the marker. She quickly, and I don't know if she was in frame, she quickly was sniffing the ground briefly. I tapped the line again, and then she came. Okay? So there you go. Distraction. At some point when she gets really good, or your puppy gets really good, as you're building and they're doing it fairly well, repetition, start to add a little bit of distraction and add those pops when distractions are there. So we're gonna have a distraction that's roughly at this side of the camera. So we're gonna let her engage and see distraction. I'm gonna pull away slowly. Daisy, come. Yeah, good girl. Perfect, right? And there's a dog right there. And so good to get distractions in to really build up your recall. Here she is looking again. Daisy, come. Pop. Chip. Good girl. Yeah. Good job. So that's simple as that, guys. Get those reps in. At the end of the day, recall requires a lot of repetition, a lot of reinforcement, right? A ton of reinforcements, guidance on the leash. Don't try to do recall without a leash, to be honest, especially if you're outside. The problem, what happens is if you're doing reps where you're calling a dog and then you don't keep that obligation of the dog following through with the commands, even if they get distracted, those are horrible reps that is gonna stack and stack over time with your dog, and you're really going nowhere. Some form of reinforcement your dog cares about, and then follow the sequence and the reps just like that. And you know, over time, your dog's recall will be amazing. Again, once you start to build up on distractions, distance, okay, then we'll have to put on a little bit more pressure, a little bit more obligation there, just so the dog fights through and works through all those distractions. But to at least lay the foundation, this is what needs to happen. This is what you need to do to start to lay down that foundation. Write a comment, like and share if you enjoyed this video. Save this video so that you can use it as reference as you're training your puppy or your dog, or retraining maybe even your recall, because maybe your recall is not, you know, working out for you right now. And nonetheless, subscribe. It helps us a ton. It's going to continue to help and push us forward to building more content for you guys and helping you out with your dogs at home. Nonetheless, we appreciate you. Thank you very much.